Hello, viewers. I've just managed to get a break, so I thought I'd record a bit of the video on the Taunar body portion. Over the whole weekend, I've been working on this. I just thought I'd tell you about it. Of course, some people might be buying this and not the arms. Some people might be buying the arms and not this. I don't know. But this is a review on the body portion. What you get in the big box. I've done an unboxing of all the parts. If you want to see the unboxing, go on that video and skip some of the parts. Also, I've grown more pairs of hands. Ooh, I'm holding it with 3 hands. No, I just have got hold of a tripod. A bit of an old tripod. It's more like a wire thing that eats up my phone. But it works. Also, I have the Taunar's head in my pocket. I don't know. So anyway, enough of the long intro, let's get it snappy. Right, so let us move this. I was going to say Titan in like a figurative form, but it is quite literally just a Titan. Ooh, sorry, forgot that wasn't good. Here are the legs. I know. I must say it's got pretty lanky legs. One of its toes came off. We're going to be doing a lot of size comparisons in a minute. They're all on that side, and we're going to be doing that. Did you know that only 7% of our communication are words? Most of it is body language and things of that esque. I know. Cool. So let's plonk this guy on. At the moment, the head isn't glued, because you guys, foolish as you are, still haven't responded. I think we're going to need to bring this a bit closer to the camera, so you can see it fully in frame. That still isn't fully in frame. Most of it is. I'm just going to let you take this in, and then I'll go into more detail about some of the parts. Jeez, you still can't see it. Rotate this. Okay. Well, that didn't do much, did it? You know what? I'm gonna cut it and then not. So this body would probably cost you around 200 and no, the body wouldn't cost you 200 quid. Sorry, it'd probably cost you around 100 quid, something around that mark. I think it's very cool. How about we go into more detail about the various different parts, starting with we'll do the top. So the head bit isn't yet glued. It's still unglued because you guys haven't responded. Idiots. I'm joking. These torso mounted support system weapons can fully rotate. No magnetization was needed to be done there. Props to the people that have made this model. Yeah, they'll hold. That one's a little more loose. One of them I've got a bit more super glue. Crunchy rotation. The magnet holes that correspond to the ones on the arm. The arm will not be reviewed in this because it doesn't come in this set usually. So there's a lot of green stuff filling the gaps on this. That'll look quite good once it's primed because you'll no longer be able to see the gaps. Even Games Workshop's one has a couple of gaps in it if you look. So I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. There's some in the arm as well. But yeah, I'd say that's pretty decent. Don't think there's much else to go over. Some of the reactor and the jets. I don't get why you couldn't just like shoot the reactor or something with like, I don't know, a tank. You could probably take it out that way, but still. But we next go over to the legs. Still not glued onto the base. I'd say these two parts about as big as I can reasonably paint. I think the legs are pretty decent to build. This whole part of the model took me about 2 days. And that's including building the arm. So maybe if you were an experienced modeler and you could work quite quickly and you had a lot of resources, then you could probably build it in less. So we'll have a look at these. So this is also where I was doing posing, really. The posing's just like that. My advice, don't just jump in at the deep end, especially if you're like me. You'll undoubtedly end up putting in a crummy pose that you don't really like. It might not be that hard to mess up, I just wouldn't take that risk. I don't mind this pose. It's dynamic enough for me. It's pretty standard, but I like it, this pose. So, you maybe would want to do the same as me, which is look at one of Games Workshop's stock images of it, and then model it in a way that's similar, but slightly different, and just modify it to what you want. It's pretty easy to work with, these legs. It's just 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece, and then the toes. It was a bit stressful, that super glue set, but I think that's just me being a bit of an idiot. The toes are also a bit of a pain. Not as in they're hard to build, just for some reason I'm always having mine come off. Glue that on again sometime soon, and maybe leave it set properly. So, they don't require that much work. They require the posing work, but other than that, you can just prime it. One thing I will recommend, you will also have the arms. The arms carry the pose as much as the legs, I'd say. They're arguably the more dynamic part. That's just the more impactful, to put it away. Not a very good way. So, how about we go on to some perhaps size comparisons? Here, we have my second biggest model, the XV104 Riptide Battlesuit. All of this guy's weapons are magnetised. They work quite nicely. Just one big square magnet, but hey ho. This isn't a Riptide video. That will come soon, probably. There's a lot of models that obviously I've built, not on video. Base. Oh, wait, no, you can't even see that base. Yeah, it is quite small compared to it. I'd almost even say that angle makes it look bigger. It's absolutely tiny from my angle. Yeah. Riptide. Okay. Crummy Magnetization by Wh40k. So, that's the Riptide. I definitely think once its main weapon's on, it'd be about half height. The Riptide would be about half height, I mean. As of now, maybe not. We'll see. How about we bring in another one? I'm bringing you all my nice painted models now. The XV88. No, XV8. XV88 is a broadside. That is a crisis battlesuit. Famously half the height of a Riptide. I'd argue that's wrong. I think a Riptide's even bigger than half the height, to be honest. So yeah, it's probably understating when I say it dwarfs it. It's just minuscule compared to it. Fire Warrior. Yeah, I think the best thing I can say here is that a Fire Warrior is the size of the toe, and not even the big toe. The little toe, the Fire Warrior is the size of. You could easily take cover behind that toe. So, next up, one of my drones just came undone. The Devilfish Troop Transport. Is that in frame? It's not right. By the looks of it, it is. Oh no, it's not. Sorry. What a faff. Is it now? Bow, yeah. Devilfishes bizarrely don't look as small as, say, a Riptide, which sounds weird. I don't know why. I think it might just be how much you get of them. I'd argue the torso is probably about as big as a Devilfish. Maybe not a tank, because you've got all the extra tank bits, but maybe a Devilfish, yeah. So, there you go. Drone, finally. This is why I got the Devilfish. In that, it's about the size of the little toe. So anyway, the drone is about the size of the little toe. Even on its flying stand, it looks tiny. So yeah, those are all the size comparisons I've really got here. I'm trying to think if there's any other notes I've got. No, not really. Magnetization will be done. Any other pains that I've had with it? No, not really. It's been pretty wonderful to build. So, this has been kind of a bit of a short update. Just on the Taunar in general, and how it is, and what it is. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. There's going to be the next part, which is most likely going to be on magnetization of things. And maybe also a review of the arms. I've already built the arms, but it might be a review of them. So, thanks for watching. It'll probably also be in some battle reports. See ya.